I was hoping to take the fuck was that? Just before this video kicks off, I want to let you know that this was actually filmed sort of months ago, back in the summer when I first got the car. You know, I filmed the first drive and one thing after another sort of came up and there was just more interesting videos to put out, and then we are where we are today. But I really wanted to include this because it kind of leads into sort of the next quite a few videos we're going to do. It might not all be totally in order, but yeah, just in case you guys are noticing, oh, the car doesn't look like that anymore, or it's lowered now, or you know, all that sort of stuff. This was filmed ages ago and you're only just seeing it now. And this video is really important for what's to come. So if you want to watch all that, you know what to do. What's going on, guys? Now today's the exciting one. The ST's insured and taxed and I can drive it, finally. So I'm going to bring you guys along for a first little drive. When I went to look at this car, I test drove it, you know, just sort of low speeds, low gears, around town where I bought it from. And then I got it delivered on the back of a trailer because I just couldn't be bothered to tax and insure it just to bring it home, because I knew there was going to be stuff that needed doing. It was cheap, really cheap. How far we'll get on this test drive, I don't know. So let's get in the car, go for a drive, and see what this little ST can do, see what it's like. Great. Just start off and there's loads of things coming on my road, but we'll just wait for these to go past and then we'll get a little look at what this car's like. I apologise in advance that this camera's probably going to be bouncing around all over the place. My little phone mount is really not good. Let's see. My little phone mount is terrible. It's hanging off the windscreen, it's kind of just dangling in front of the dash, so it's probably going to bounce around all over the place. But hopefully it won't make any of you guys like travel sick or anything, sitting at home watching this. Whatever you do when you watch these. If you watch these, please watch my videos. I don't know if there's anything coming, but we're going to go. Alright, let's go. See what this little Fiesta can do. Hear that? What's that? What's that whining noise? Right. I mean, that doesn't sound good. Well, I mean, it would sound great if there was a big fat supercharger bolted in under the bonnet, but done a few things under the bonnet and I'm pretty sure there isn't one of them on there, so I swear I didn't did it do that when I pulled off? I'm hoping can you guys hear that? Well, that's fourth gear. Fifth. Yeah, it does it in fifth. It's only when I'm touching the accelerator, so it's not. Oh Christ. There's only one thing that really points to, like off the top of my head. Well, one area. Doesn't do it in second. Comes in third gear. But I don't think you notice it. Let me let the revs drop a bit. Oh no, it is there in third gear like all the time. Yeah. Can you hear that? Pitch kind of changes when you go up a gear. Almost gets like a slightly higher pitch, I think, when you go up a gear. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so the brakes are shocking as well. That's another thing to note. Brakes ain't good. We've done discs and pads all round, but I didn't bleed the brakes, so maybe that's it. They do feel a bit, you know, like there's not spongy really, but there's a bit more. There's definitely some more we can get out of them. They're not very good at all. But that whining noise is annoying me. I don't think I'm going to go too far, you know, guys. That's actually... I don't know what that is, so... Second gear's fine. Maybe we can just boat it around this little village in second gear. That'd be fine. That doesn't seem to be whining, so maybe we'll just do that. Yeah, it's the third gear that comes in. Oh, fuck's sake, right, I'm gonna go home and... Oh, that's really disappointing. I was hoping to take the fuck was that? Must be something loose in the... Oh, I've got a set of headlights in the boot. Well, that's disappointing. I knew it'd be something. What did I say? Yeah, the camera's bouncing around all over the place coming up my drive. I'll try and get a better mount if we're going to do this more often, but I still film everything off my phone at the moment because I have no idea whether, you know, anyone's going to enjoy anything I do, so I thought I'd wait a little bit, see if it takes off, and then I can start getting some decent equipment if it does. Well, so that's that. That's the first drive over with. That's upsetting. I don't know, it might be something simple. I'm gonna do a bit of Googling, ask a few people in the know, and see if they've got any suggestions on what that whining noise is, but I don't want to drive that too much. I'll let you know what I'm thinking. So it's hot in here, sorry. One sec. I'll let you know what I'm thinking. It's something to do with the gearbox, because it doesn't do it in first or second. It only does it in third, fourth and fifth. It only does it when I press the accelerator. And the pitch changes depending on what gear I'm in. So it's got to be something to do with the gearbox, or... So that's going to be big. And I don't want that to go bang, if it's going to go bang. Might be something that can sit like that for a while. I really don't know. I've never done anything, well, apart from the video I did on this to make the gear shifter a bit smoother, which actually, I never thought about that. That is a lot better. That is much better than when I test drove it, like before I bought it. So, yeah, as far as actual transmission work goes, I've never done anything like that. I've never taken one out. I've never done a clutch or anything like that. So, looks like we're going to be doing something like that if there is a problem with the gearbox. I think that's what it is. So yeah, let me go and find out and see what I can dig up, see what people suggest. I'll show them the video. I'm hoping you can actually hear that whining on the video, because otherwise you guys are going to be sat here listening to me for like 8 minutes talk about something that you can't even hear, so that wouldn't be very good. But I'm pretty sure that'll come up on camera because it was loud. So, I've done a bit of investigation. I've actually went and spoke to some experts on this sort of thing, and what I mean by that is I asked on Facebook and looked at some YouTube videos, obviously. So I posted a little video on Facebook of the noise, just to ask people what they think it was. Normally you get loads of different opinions, you get a lot of different people saying different things that it could be. Not really that many people replied with like what it is. A lot of people said, oh, mine does that, or mine did that, and then next minute, bang. Fantastic. I think one person actually gave me an indication of what it could be, and oh, sorry, sun. And what they said was differential bearings. So the way I understand it, to me a diff used to be like a rear diff on a rear wheel drive car, so a way of taking the like rotational force of the engine to the back to a diff to like put it out to the back wheels. That's what I thought a diff was, but now as I understand it, you can have it. You have a diff in a front wheel drive car as well. It's just like, well, in this car I know it's, and probably most front wheel drive cars, it's part of the gearbox. They call it like a transaxle or something like that, because it's like your axle or your is it Americans that call it an axle, but what they really mean is like your drive shafts at the front anyway in a front wheel drive car, and they go like straight into the transmission, so transaxle. But like that part of the transmission they go into, they call a diff, I believe. So I'm guessing the diff bearings are like bearings that sit either side of or sit around the drive shafts where they go into the gearbox, or diff part of the gearbox. I don't know, that's just how I understand it. Someone will probably correct me, let me know if that's the right thing to be thinking. But yeah, all the other comments just kind of said, well, yeah, I've had mine made that noise and then all of a sudden it went bang. And someone else said, oh, I think you're about 200 miles, maybe less, away from gearbox everywhere. So yeah, I don't want that, so I'm kind of glad I just kind of brought the car back. I had a look to see if what's going to cost to get that done. It's probably something I can't do, but I should think there's probably bits I can do to make it easier. So like, obviously if I take my car to a garage, they're going to charge me to take the transmission out and do everything. But if I can get the transmission out and take it somewhere myself, I might save myself a bit of cost there, I don't know. But I think what we'll try and do, I've found a workshop manual, so I think what we might try and do is just get the gearbox out, take the transmission out, and just see like where we think these bearings are, and then if needs be I can always maybe just take it somewhere to get them done if I don't think I can do it myself. I don't know, like this channel's all about learning to do these things. Like, I honestly haven't done this before. I've done, I just do my research. Like I suppose it's a bit easier for me. Like, I've been building up a selection of tools over the years that I've got, so I can, do a lot of jobs, like new jobs that come along. I think, oh, I can actually do that because I've already got the tool for that. And also I work in engineering, not with cars, but, it helps. It's kind of like a mindset of just learning and getting things done. Like, I work in R&D as well, so it's not just like there's always a set way to do something. There's a lot of sort of problem solving and figuring things like that out. So I'm in quite an advantaged position in that respect. But it really does help me with things like this. Like a few years ago, before I started the job I do now, like I wouldn't have dreamed of trying to drop a gearbox out of a car myself on my driveway. But I'm going to give it a go because it's content for you guys, and I feel like I'm not saying go ahead and do this yourself, like I'm not, but it's just sometimes you just need that little bit of inspiration or that little bit of motivation to do things like this and just to give it a go. Like I say, I'm probably in a more a better position than a lot of people are that want to work on their own cars. I'm not saying go ahead and drop the gearbox out your car straight away is like the first thing you do, but I just want to get this across to you guys. Sorry if I've gone off on one a little bit there. I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Sorry it wasn't that exciting, but hopefully things coming up will be much more in-depth and exciting for you guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.